All right, and down here at the bottom right-hand corner of Ohana, we have our purple Zerg player from the team Acer. It's none other than Scarlett, and her opponent here in the upper left-hand corner from the team Evil Geniuses, our red Zerg player, Suppy.
So, Suppy seemed to, if we look at Scarlett and how she denied harass, she kind of always had like a spawn crawler or like 2 roaches sitting at any pace. So that when Suppy came in, he couldn't really do like the classic, you know, I run in and a click and kill all your drones.
Right.
It was like, you have a couple units here. All right, I'll target your hatchery, and kills the hatch. But then like Scarlett got like 15 Zerglings into Suppy's third and killed probably like 28 workers. Yeah. So, I mean, Suppy does seem to have a needs to focus a little more on making sure he can't be so easily harassed like that, you know?
Right.
I mean, that was one of the things that was just like his complete and utter downfall was... Yeah, he killed a lot of hatcheries, but he killed like a third of the workers. Yeah. Well, I thought it was kind of funny, too. They were just talking about that they shouldn't have played these games right after laddering, as that's a completely different style of game. You don't play in tournaments like you do on the ladder, and we'll see if that affects things from here on out. But in any case, this map, Ohana, it is a completely different feel than what Cloud Kingdom has. Even though you have the same 2-player layout, you still know exactly where your opponent spawns at. Things are a lot different. Just because of the way that you can flank through the middle of the map, the amount of opportunities you have, the ability to use mutas. I mean, a lot different about this map. So. Oh, absolutely. I mean, the natural expansion is really, really easy to defend if we take a look actually at it. So, like, look at Suppy's base. It's gone down. This spawn crawler in the front, it guards the ramp, but if it's actually, like, if you look at a map like Cloud Kingdom, I mean, a lot of it was actually, do you remember when that map first came out? And, like, every Zerg player was using, like, double Evo chamber, and it was actually, like, the thing to do on Cloud Kingdom. It was double Evo with the front wall off, and then you had a spawn crawler, or maybe 2 spawn crawlers. This is a while ago, like. Yeah, you just make it a wall and nothing can get on through, and then easiest expansion to defend in like the entire game. Yeah, I agree with that. And you got a map like Ohana, a little bit tougher, but still not so open. I mean, the ramp is defended. Both the ramp and the expansion can be defended by 1 spawn. So I've seen players though that'll take their first queen down, they'll inject once, then use their second set of energy on getting creep spread out to here, and then try and block it off with structures. It does certainly happen. So Scarlett saying this map is so bad for ZVZ. Worse than Tal'Darim. There's a blast from the past. Tal'Darim. Yeah, really. Which is actually, yeah. I am surprised the other day. I saw that there's actually like a few tournaments still using that in the map pool. What? So, yeah. I'm not going to name any names here because it's a pretty large tournament, but... Oh, understandable. Yeah. Tal'Darim, it's had its day. Yeah. It's, I don't know, no ramp. It just seems to have very limited... I love 4-gate. Yeah. I don't know. 4-gate and Speedling Baneling play, which actually is, you know, pretty exciting, but just so many games can end that soon. Yes, in like 6 minutes. They really do, yeah. Yeah. Like 1-base Baneling is like the thing to do on Tal'Darim. Right. 13-13. Go Gadget Banelings. Anyway, that would be awesome if Inspector Gadget actually had a Baneling power. Make him infinitely cooler. Anyway, afterwards, so Hatches started about the same time. Suppy was a little bit behind. Slipped to almost 400 resources. I don't know if he was just occupied with something else or looking at something else at the time. But otherwise, both players putting up their defensive Baneling nests. Both players getting speed. It looks like Scarlett's is going to be done about 30 seconds faster, so she'll have an opportunity, especially with all these Lings on the way, to try and duck in there, at least get a scout, but maybe deny a bit of economy too. Wow, 16 Lings. Never mind. Ladies and gentlemen, are we looking at a Speedling Baneling all in? Well, she did say she hates the map, so... Yeah. Looks like that's how she's going to try to deal with it. Looks like she's going to prove why. Scarlett is going to be pressuring really hard. We'll see if Suppy can defend it. Can we take a look actually at Suppy's defenses, what he's currently got set up? I know I saw a Baneling Nest and a Spawn Crawler set up at the front. And the Queen is in a nice position, but the Spawn Crawler is a little exposed. Definitely worth... It's like... I would actually way rather have the Spawn Crawler on the inside and protected by the Evo Chamber and Baneling Nest, so not too hard to surround there, but there is nice positioning for the Queen, so... Okay, well, Scarlett's already morphed in a bunch of Banelings. Looks like she's going to head her way up very soon. The Baneling's already coming out for Suppy, though. And I think she'd be happy to trade a couple of Banelings for a couple of Banelings at this point.
as she does have a lot in reserve. Suppy knows exactly what's happening, though. He has complete vision of his opponent.
Which is odd, because he has a larva and he's not making anything. Oh, he's making a drone.
Wow, that is gutsy. Oh, he just took out a lot of banelings, though. I think 6 for 3, so a good trade on his part, but he's still going to lose his queens up in the front. No, keeps one alive for now, but there's more Zerglings that are making their way up. Now, Scarlett has actually decided to go for a very early layer on a very low drone count, too. Just 33 drones to her opponent's 42.
Well, she's got a huge quantity of minerals here, so definitely pulling way too much money. A couple of links are going to get in. We'll see if she goes for the scout. Picks off the queen, finishes off the queen, and now does run into the main. And yeah, going to get the scout and a drone or two.
Yep, looks like she will. Zergling's actually being dispatched up fairly quickly. Nice response there from Suppy, as he is able to actually take that out. Take a look at the overall worker count now. It's even. Suppy is also going up to layer tech, though a bit behind his opponent, whereas Scarlett has gone after a few gas now. Yeah. Suppy has decided to just go ahead, and we're actually switching roles. We have the Roach Warren coming down first for Suppy. We have the Spire coming down first for Scarlett.
All right, so let's see the timing of the infestation pit, and it looks like we do have 4 gases for Suppy. So he will be able to at least have the possibility of having infestors down. He's also sitting on enough gas to get that done. We also see that he's only going for 1 evolution chamber, so I really do expect an infestation pit any second. But right now he's a little concerned about this third, so trying to concern himself with this, but this could actually really hurt him, Kevin, if he doesn't drop that infestation pit or remember to in the next few seconds. It looks like he is going to drop down a Macrage. There's the infestation pit. So, I mean, the timing is a little late. The Spire's already halfway done, but at least it's not any later.
Yeah, I mean, and it's going to finish up at the same time the Spire does. So, another 80 seconds after that, and we're going to have infestors. So, then by the time the mutos actually fly their way across the map, they're going to be pretty close to popping on out.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. In fact, sometimes it's really nice when your infestors aren't out when the mutos show up, and then they kind of like spawn already, because, you know, you come in there, you're looking at the eggs, you're looking, okay, eggs are already being made, yeah, they could be infestors, and then they pop and they are infestors, and then you die. Zergling's not going to be caught. Nice job, Scarlett, paying attention on the map. Doesn't let those banelings get some efficient kills.
Yeah, may actually lose a baneling here. The Zergling's actually doing some pretty good work.
Yeah.
Although Scarlett may lose a couple of her own. So, I guess no harm, no foul. 1 baneling for 1 baneling.
So, 73 supply to 85 guys. 8 mutos currently on the way. No pathogen glands out of Suppy.
Wow.
Which is actually pretty bad. He's going burrow, glial, all these things that are not going to help him versus mutos.
Yeah, he's just going a ton of roaches at the moment.
He just saw them. He just saw the mutas, but he didn't see them because he's not reacting. Oh, he didn't see them. He had... So the mutas flew out as the Overseer came in, but he actually wasn't looking at the Overseer.
It looks like he's just going to roach baneling all in.
All right.
In response to this. Pathogen Glance has started. He's putting down some Spore Crawlers right now just to defend. But look at these. I mean, these mutas are going to do so much damage to these units on the way out. I mean, by the time Suppy gets over there, yes, mutas are very low DPS, but they still have enough that they're going to be able to knock out these units. You know, roaches, they can't turn their little acid spines up. They just kind of sit there and die to Mutalisks, even if it takes a while.
Yeah, so, I mean, all right, third's done. I don't even think he's not going to... No, the Lings show up. He's not getting this third. So now he's just going to try to kill a couple of drones, kill some Lings, be relatively cost-efficient for what he has to work with, which is not going to happen.
No. He's moving into the natural, though. Scarlett has a few Lings waiting and should be able to quickly dispatch of those with the Mules over here. So he's doing a nice job of attacking in 2 places at once,
yeah,
but he's not trading effectively in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, well, he needs to get a lot of drones. So are there more drones spawning at the third as these roaches? Oh, see, here we go. These are minor victories for Suppy now. His worker, or the killed count is almost going to double from 5 to 9.
But he's still back by 9 workers altogether, so still not working out the absolute best for him. Scarlett finally going to be driven away here in a second. Looks like the last couple of the roaches are going to die. Overall supply is 97 to 81. We have 8 mutas and 21 lings versus 9 roaches, and 9 roaches is about it. Oh, Suppy does manage to pick up the hatchery and has infestors on the way, but of course he has not expanded in any way, shape, or form, so it hurts Scarlett, but it's not like it puts Suppy ahead.
Yeah, it's still 97 supply to 79. Suppy has a ton of resources he's having trouble spending. We see 3 infestors just popped down. He's got 2 more on the way, trying to really work on that infestor count so we can let energy build up for a while.
And I think Scarlett, did you forget about these over here? Yeah, I don't see an Overseer anyway. So, I mean, the Lings are in position, yes, but it can be tempting just to kind of run those away. Infestors are out, at least a few of them, with Spore Crawlers there to defend as well. So, Suppy, I mean, he's got a well-fortified 2-base, but Scarlett's just going to go right back up to 3, and I'm not sure what Suppy's going to do about that.
Well, Scarlett's going to be really happy that she saw that Suppy doesn't have a third, hasn't even started one.
We have 3 queens at a time coming out of Suppy. These just making a giant Roach Queen Infestor push.
All right. We'll see if it works. We can see the Overlords are dropping creep. Not going to be able to make the greatest creep highway, though. No. I question the strategy a slight bit against Muta because, you know, we can see he's trying to get the creep going, but you could just lose a lot of Overlords when that happens.
Well, this is certainly a different approach, though. It looks like Scarlett is going ahead and putting some forces up back at home, mostly Spine Crawlers. She herself has a few Infestors to contribute. Looks like these Roaches will eventually pass away into the night. Just one more remaining, although these Roaches certainly have killed a lot of stuff.
Yeah, they definitely have a bunch of kills. We saw them take out tons of workers earlier. Here's the thing. Scarlett, 60 workers to Suppy's 43. Suppy needs to make this attack work, is making his way entirely across the map, but, you know, with Queens moving so slow, Scarlett has a ton of time to prepare for this attack.
And she does so pretty well right there, taking out the first line of Roaches without much issue. The Mutalisks are still overhead as well to provide additional damage. Here it comes. Infested Terrans up at the front. The Queens are slowly trudging in from behind, but all the Infestors were caught with fungal growth, and they're just going to die here in a second. 3 Infestors already dead. Everything up at the front going down too. And thus far, Scarlett has been able to kind of just push her way to victory. These Mutas haven't been touched yet. And the Queens, yeah, that's kind of cool that they can transfuse each other up, but it doesn't matter. There's GG.
That's it. Wow. Scarlett making some fantastic plays there. Of course, we were saying how Suppy, you know, all right, you're going to move out with Queens, but that's great. It's actually a really good strategy. But against your opponent who went Muta, they have a lot of map presence, so they're going to see that you have a lot of Queens. They're going to have, and then if you don't have the creep highway already in place, they have a lot of time to react. So it really doesn't work. That's why I was saying, like, against Muta, it's just not my favorite course of action because your opponent's going to see it coming most likely, and then it's going to take you a decade to cross the board, so they can just react and make spawns and make units and win.
Well, there it is. All right, so it's a 2-0 advantage for Scarlett right now. She just needs one more game, and she will be in the semifinals against Major in the GOM World Championship qualifiers for NA and the rest of the world. We're going to run to a commercial break, and when we get back, we'll see if Scarlett can complete the the clean sweep. That's what I meant to say there. Or if Suppy can start to bring things back. We'll be right back after this.